I'm Reynaldo Abdul Lyde. Stay tuned for my interview on the Inspiration by Loretta Show.
Hello and welcome to this edition of the Inspiration by Loretta Show, where we explore minds and inspire hearts. I'm here today with Mr. Reynaldo Abdul Lyde, who's a single dad, he's a student, a culinary student, and he's somebody out here who is living his purpose. So we'll be right back with some more from Mr. Lyde.
Hi, I'm Cindy with Coffee Cakes in Goose Creek. You're watching Inspiration by Loretta.
All right, we are back. Hi, Mr. Lyde. Welcome to the show.
How you doing?
All right. So I know that you are a single dad,
Yes.
Raising 5 girls,
Yes.
and you are also a culinary student at Tryon Technical College,
Yes.
and you're about to graduate in May, between May and August.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. Sounds good. So I want to kind of get the audience a little bit familiar with exactly who Reynaldo Lyde is. So can you tell us exactly who you are, the man, the dad, the student?
Okay. Well, first one, the man first. I believe in as a man being the head.
Mm-hmm.
So I structure myself first, and then that way I can structure everyone else around me. And my biggest inspiration comes from God. That's the cornerstone of who I am. And I believe in God. I believe that He is the director of all things that's positive. So anything that's negative, I try my best not to be a part of it. So personally, I try to be the best father that I can be. Spreading the positivity that I am to my daughters. Raising them, to have a higher purpose also. Because besides being who we are, the name we are, we also have a purpose.
Right.
My purpose, was unfamiliar at first. I didn't really know. But it's like as the years went by, as I became more aware of who I am, have my self-worth, being conscious of who I am, bigger than just the skin that you see on the outside.
Right.
There's a spirit, and the spirit, it'll drive you places where no other part of your body can.
Right.
So basically, that's my biggest inspiration is my spirit, and really following the direction of God and He's trying to come and do.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And we need God in our life to be successful and productive and to live right. And that's a great thing, I think, for you as a single dad, to be spiritually grounded so that you can pass that and instill that into your daughters. Tell me, what's it like being a single dad? Because that's rare. We're used to single moms, but a single dad with 5 girls. Tell me about that.
Well, it's a journey in itself. So, it's a journey. It has ups and has its downs. The pros of being a single father is that I actually get to see my daughters grow. That's one of the biggest, positive moments in my life. Actually watching them grow from a baby, out of the womb until becoming the young ladies and princesses that they are now today.
Right. Now, what is the age range of your daughters?
Well, my oldest, the age range is 15 to 5. My oldest is 15. She's a character. Her name is Loretta Lyde. I have a 13-year-old, Zamani. She has her own way about life. And I have a 8-year-old named Rashana, a 7-year-old named Rihanna, and my 5-year-old is the boss of the house.
Right,
her name her name is Madison. So my daughters, they range from age 15 to 5. The each one of them are, each one of them, brings something to my life that, that I can't bring. So they teach me something. Some people, they always want, the children to learn from them, but I actually learn from my children also.
And I'm glad that you said that, because that's true. We learn a lot from our children about ourselves, because the things that we see them do, the things that they say, how mature they become, and I mean, it's a learning process all along the way. So it's kind of like you're kind of teaching each other, because nobody comes out knowing how to be a parent. I mean, I don't care how many books there are out there, but every child is different. And I want to talk about that for a minute. How do you deal with the difference between your daughters? Because I'm a parent of 5 myself, and each child has a different, they're different. No 2 children are the same. Even if they're twins, they're not the same. How do you manage the different characteristics of your daughters and the different attitudes, the different needs and that they need from you? Because each child needs something different. How do you manage that?
Well, the first step to understanding the child and really managing each child individually is to understand that child. That's the first thing. Understand who that child individual is, and once again, it starts from understanding yourself.
Right.
Also, so it's like bits of pieces of each part of me is in them. Some get some parts of me, some didn't. Some got all of me, which some of them didn't.
Right.
So it's like I understand each one of them has something in them that I was or have been or still becoming. So I pay attention to them, personally. I handle them according to who they are, their personalities and what avenues they want to go explore. Because you got some children that will explore certain areas and some won't.
Right.
Some will try you and then some won't.
Right.
And then some will try you on different levels also. Like my oldest daughter, she's to that phase now where she's wanting to be her own person. So
she's a teenager.
Yeah, teenager. So you know exactly how that's going to be.
Right.
They're going to listen to you, but to a certain extent. They're going to still try to do their own thing. So I punish her according to that. Right. Because at the end of the day, you can't punish a child for being an individual. But you're going to punish them for not abiding by the rules that you put up. That you said. I got the structure. I have these rules for a reason. Everything. Everything I put for a reason. I'm big on chess when it comes to life, because each move means something.
Right.
If I make a rule, it's for your own good. It's for a reason. So.
Now, are you a strict father?
I won't say strict. I'll say structured. Okay. Because strict is kind of a harsh word. Because strict meaning that I'm not open, and it's not open. My rules can be tweaked if you kind of mean in a certain to a certain point. Okay. So it's like I'm structured. So let's say for instance, like my rule in this house, like my oldest, she kind of don't have a bedtime, but if I see fit that she's not waking up on time, then her bedtime will be set in place. Like right now, she's to the point where I'm sending her to bed now, like between 10 and 11, because she has problem waking up in the morning. Right. Sometimes she don't like to get up and almost late for school. So it's like if she show me that she's back on track with getting herself up, then she will go back to not having a bedtime again.
Okay. That makes sense. I like it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I go by the name of Gabriel.
I'm JR.
And together we make up a company called Timeless Sounds, and you are watching the Inspiration by
Loretta Show.
Stay tuned, more to come.
So, is it difficult being a single dad, not having mom in the house?
Yeah, it's difficult. I'm not in the city and see it because it's one thing that I lack, and that feminine being I don't have.
Right.
So I never understand them fully. I never understand how it is when it comes that point that time of the month for them.
Right.
I never understand that.
Right.
I never understand feeling the feeling of not having a mother. I would never understand that as a woman. Because even if I didn't have a mom, I still wouldn't understand. I still wouldn't affect me as much because men and women are different. So it's like that part of me I would never miss because I'm not a man. But as a woman, not having a mother around, that's totally different. And exactly how it is to be having a man, being a man and not having a father around.
Right.
So it's like those two different aspects. It's just different. So I would never understand that part of them, or how does it affect them. I would never be able to feel that because I'm a man. You know what I mean?
So what do you do or what do you try to do to kind of make it easier for them not having their mom around? Or does it really, do you think that it makes a significant difference in your home with the girls that because their mom's not around?
Oh, it does. It does impact on them a lot. And the thing I do the most is try my best to just be the man that I am, you know, and put forth, you know, good memories, you know, that they may have as far as their mother, because, you know, I've been a single father of my two oldest for 14 years now. You know, the oldest was about to be 2, and the other one was just 7 months old when I started taking care of them on my own. So it's like the oldest one kind of vaguely remembers her mother somewhat, but the other one, she's kind of like, I can't really put my finger on it because she's not really, you know, I guess attached to her mother like that. All she really knows is me.
She never really got to bond with her.
Yeah, she never really got to bond, but the oldest did. Right. So it affects her a little more. So I try my best not to put any negative thoughts about their mother in their head.
Right, that's
important. Yeah, they ask me certain things about her, and I give them the best to my knowledge exactly, you know, the way it won't affect them negatively, you know. So as you know, as a man, you know, you see the pain that they have instilled in them, but that part I can never work on because I can never understand it. Right. So the only thing I can do is, you know, make sure that be the best father that I can be, right. So that way I can treat them like how a woman is supposed to be treated, right. So that when they come in contact, with people who are of stature, who I am, maybe they can start getting a little understanding of who they are also. Because as far as teaching them how to be a woman, I really don't have that characteristic. So.
Do you have people around that kind of help you with the girls, like family members who can be a role models of sorts?
Yeah, I have a few family members that have contributed a lot, but you're still gonna they're still gonna have that lack of.
Right, nobody can take.
No one can take it.
Right. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back from the break, we'll have more with Mr. Reynaldo Lyde. Sit tight and relax, and we'll be right back. And we are back. I'm still here with Mr. Reynaldo Lyde, who's a single dad and a culinary student who's about to graduate and about to get out there and do the doggone thing. So, Reynaldo, tell me about your passion. How did you discover your passion for cooking?
Well, it started when I was a very young child. I always would experiment, like I would always watch, my mom, my aunts, my great grandmother, my grandmother, all the matriarchal figures in my life, they would always cook. And I was wondering, how do y'all get this to taste this way, or what did they really do to really create, the dishes and the meals that that they put before me. So it's like, I would always ask questions. So, as a child starting at age 5, I would, ask, can I help? Can I do this? Or can I beat the eggs? Can I mix the flour? Or make the cornbread? Or, can I cut out the onions or whatever? I would start learning how to do certain things. And I would say about 10 years old, my mom, she was a single mother. So about 10 years old, she started putting a little more on my plate. So she started making me prepare meals myself. She would tell me, okay, well, I'm about to take chicken out. This is what you do. Put it in the oven so time, and then I'll call you. Sometimes she would work a job and a half. Sometimes, you know, even if it's just in one job, since she might work 10, 12 hours.
Right.
So sometimes she may not be able to come home to prepare a meal or finish the meal. So she started, prepping me, and I just started learning how to do things on my own to the point where sometimes she would tell me how to do certain things, and I add certain things, and then she would come home and she'd be like, "This chicken tastes different." What you did to this? And then she's like, "It tastes good, but this ain't what I tell you to do." And I'd be like, "Oh, I add this too, and I add that too."
Wow. Culinary senses.
Yeah, so it started, it started piquing my interest. Like, okay, well, people started liking this, so I started doing different things to the food. And so by the time I was 10 up until now, I just started experimenting. So like, I became more passionate about it. I know, it's something that I like to do. I like to interact with people on that level. Seeing, their reaction, different tastes of food that I put before them. Or then they ask like, how you come up with this recipe? Or, what do you put in it? How you get this to taste this way?
Right.
Like I didn't taste this before, but what type of spin did you put in? So personally, I just know that I got that passion. I know I got that touch because no matter what I do, even sometimes a mistake of mine can turn out being a dish.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, I decided once I started, living on my own, I just started experimenting. It became just more of a hobby. And then, like, as I went out in the world, started working, and seeing, like, feeling out of place with the business world. Like, I started out being a technician over there at Cummins on Lee's Avenue. And I did that for about maybe 4 years, and really I started out being like an associate, just working on the line, being an assembler.
Right. And
then I started being a trainer on the line, teaching other people how to make turbochargers and put different parts on the engine. So it was like, I liked the job. It was a living.
Right.
And I paid the bills, but then there was something missing.
Right.
So then I got laid off from that job, and then I started exploring, working in different other places. And once again landed a job at a company called SAIC, and they based a Fortune 500 company, and I was a quality service specialist. So I would be able to look at the Army vehicles, inspect them, make sure that the different parts that was put on the different components, I make sure that they ran correctly.
Right.
And it's like that lasted for a little while, and I started disliking that. And finally, the contract ended with that, and then I just started working odd jobs until about I'll say 13 months ago. And then I said, you know what? Maybe I took the opportunity, and I said, I'm working now. Maybe I need to go back to school.
Right.
And, and I have people tell you all the time, you should be a cook. You should do this. You should do that.
Right.
And
now I have a question. So you love cooking. Have you ever had a job as a chef or anything?
Never.
Wow.
Never cooked in a kitchen a day in my life, besides my own or other people. I never was a chef. Never was a prep cook. Never worked in no fast food restaurant. Never worked in a restaurant, ever.
But you.
I had a passion for food.
And now you're going to school.
So I'm going to school for it. And some people be like, well, you don't have to go to school to go out there and open a business or this and third. I said, I understand that, but I'm just more of a perfectionist. I'm more of a professional person.
Right. So
I'd rather have the expertise and have a little more professional, have a little more profession in my craft.
Right.
So it's best to know where it originated from. I want to know like what the actual cuisines came from.
Right.
Like first cuisine, like what does that originate from, or what's the basis of it? How did they get their food to taste this way? How did Italian people get their food to taste this way? How did Chinese people get their food to taste this way? So I'm learning different cuisines, and I actually perfecting a lot of them to the point where some people eat it, they're like, where you get this from? I said, I learned it. So it's like, and you can always put your spin on it. You can always add certain things and take certain things away and make your own recipe. So
sounds good. That's great. That's very interesting. I think that's very inspiring for you to take your passion and want to make it a profession, and not just that, not just run out there and just do it. You want to make sure that you know what you're doing, so you're going back to school. Now, that leads me into my next question about the legacy that you want to build for your daughters. Now, by them seeing you after, you know, years of working and being out there just trying to make a living, now you want to do something else with your life, and you step out on faith, you go to school so that you can fulfill that passion of yours. What do you think that that does for your girls, and what kind of a legacy are you trying to build for them?
Well, the cornerstone of, you know, the legacy I believe is understanding, you know, self, you know, being self-conscious of who you are.
Right.
You know, being, you know, understanding, you know, who you are. So once you know you do that as an individual, as a parent, as a father, then you can instill that in them. So that's the first part of my legacy. Getting them to allow themselves and understand themselves first.
Right.
You know, basically, you know, figuring out what they want out of life. Not what I want for them, but what they want.
Right.
Because, you know, as an average parent, you want your child to be a doctor.
Exactly.
You want your child to be a lawyer, an athlete. You know, you want your child to be something that's, you know, something that you couldn't be, or something that, you know, you feel that is going to be bringing revenue or make them famous, or, you know, we have different aspirations for our children, but what aspirations that they have for themselves.
Right.
Because for the longest, I was trying to please, you know, society or the people that I'm around, worrying about, you know, how I'm going to, you know, provide. By the end of the day, you know, what's providing if you hate going on the job that you provide? What,
right. I feel
you know, so it's like, so I found out that I can make money off cooking. You know, I can go and start a business. I can go and get a couple of food trucks. I can start a catering business.
Right.
You know, I can open restaurants. You know, it's vast. You know, the world is mine.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, I just want to, you know, explore, you know, all aspects of cooking, understanding and knowing that you are what you eat. Also,
true.
That's true. Because, you know, no one wants to go to a restaurant and eat bad food. You know, so it's like I want to make sure that it's not only appealing, you know, by sight, but also by taste, and it's good for you also.
Right.
So I'm trying to, you know, to appeal to everybody. You know, like I can't force anyone to eat good, you know, to eat well,
right, or
eat have a certain diet. So I just want to appeal to everybody. So my cooking, you know, the service that I provide, they're gonna have options. You know, I'm trying to help myself to help others.
Right.
You know, that's my main thing. That's my main focus.
All right, we're going to take a break for our poetry segment, and we'll be right back.
Miserable as a winter's rain, like a caged animal going insane. My mind, my soul, and spirit, which once soared, has lost its way and become stuck. The vision for my life's path has met disappointment and harsh luck. Now a haunting nightmare are the dreams that once pricked my very soul. Living in the stain of my fantasy, how I long to behold. Shredding in the fabric of my destiny, completely stunned by the irony that my sabotager is me. I see everyone around me living, yet inside I'm slowly dying. Through all the failed attempts in my life, how do I convince myself to keep on trying? I look at my own reflection and am amazed at what I see. I come to realize that what is not what used to be. Vague, yet still visible, a speck of light remains in the remnants of me. I'm in the process of renewal. My wings are about to be set free. My vision, my future, and my victory is not contingent upon mere luck. It will take hard work and determination. It will take inner strength to become unstuck.
All right, we are back. I'm still here with Mr. Reynaldo Lyde, who's a single dad and a culinary student who will be graduating very soon and hopefully open up a restaurant where we can all enjoy his delicious foods. All right, so Reynaldo, tell me, with being a single dad and being a person who is driven and trying to live your purpose, what advice can you give to other single dads or men in general when it comes to being a dad?
Well, the very cornerstone of being a father is, being a man first. Understanding yourself, understanding how important it is for a man to be in his children's life, male or female. It's just as important for a man to be in his son's life as it is important for him to be in his daughter's life. So just understanding himself, understanding his weaknesses and his strength, accepting his strength and fortifying his weaknesses, turning them to be positive, into positivity. So basically, as a man, I try my best to stand for something, stand for more than just bringing a paycheck in the house, or standing for more than just telling them what to do. Leading by example, showing them good values, showing them good morals, showing them, that it's bigger than what's on the outer covering. Showing them that how a woman is supposed to be treated, showing them how, how to be a man, but still also allow yourself to be vulnerable to opening up to the feelings of your daughters and your sons, and as a man, because as men these days, we sometimes our pride gets the best of us, and I had to learn to take my pride out of a lot of that I was doing. If you want to be strong, we want to be, we don't want to see, one of those that we have problems, or no one to know we have weaknesses. But by not acknowledging our weaknesses, we become our weakness. So the best thing to do is not to try to get rid of it or hide it. It's best to deal with it. So as a man, understand if it's hard for you to be around your daughter because you feel like you got, I guess, habits or lifestyle that they don't like, or that you don't like, or whatever situation is, try to work with that. So just as a man, understanding yourself, getting yourself right first, and then that way you can be a better father, a better patriarch, a better male figure, a role model in your children's life as being a man, showing that, teaching your daughter and your children to be who they are, no matter what it is, and being the best that they are, and also being the best that you are, because that's what they want to see. They don't want to see the worst that you are, they want to see the best that you are. So therefore, be all that you can be, so that way your daughters and your sons and all your offspring can be all that they can be.
Amen. Love it. That's some great advice. Definitely some great advice. Now I want to ask you a fun question. What do you like? First of all, what is your favorite dish, or your signature dish?
Well, I really don't have a signature dish per se that I like, but when it comes down to types of food, I would say any seafood dish. My signature dish that I know that the most people would like that I make is my seafood gumbo.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what like.
Everybody likes gumbo. Baked or fried? What do you like best? Baked or fried?
I'm a baked man.
Okay.
My daughters did prefer fried, so in this household I just be like octopus. I gotta always keep, always gotta keep something rolling. So it's like I make I make one dish 3 different ways because I got a bunch of different characteristics.
Right. So you'll be graduating in
hopefully this upcoming August.
August. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be graduating. I'm trying to do it before then, but the more feasible time is August.
Okay. So what can we expect from you in the future?
Well, first of all, you expect great things from you.
All right. Okay.
Extraordinary things if you want to be specific. I want to explore the world, spiritually, and when it comes down to food. I want to provide what everybody else can't provide. Because some people they'll go to a restaurant and they'll ask for a vegan dish and they'll have it. Or you got the alkali diet people who they don't have gluten, they don't have animal byproducts, they don't have starches, anything that's chemically enhanced they don't eat. So they can't go to the restaurant.
Right.
So I want to have a restaurant that provides that. Okay. I want to have a catering service that provides that.
All right. So you guys can find out more about Reynaldo by going to his Facebook page. That's Reynaldo Lyde at Facebook.com. We'll have it at the bottom of the screen for you. You can also connect with him on Twitter,
Twitter,
and Instagram. And we'll have all that on the screen for you. I want to thank you for tuning in to this edition of the Inspiration by Loretta Show. It is my prayer that something shared here today has inspired you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time. Be blessed, everybody.